last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A handoff as they run the counter play. Cut back, left sideline. And he finally won. They've had a tough time tracking him down all night, and that might have been the best chapter in the Super Bowl book so far.
And I don't want to jinx him, but I just saw the engraver walk by with the Super Bowl MVP trophy. Maybe it's in order for him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get the call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll take now on the year, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll take this up. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they do. Okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They send Green to the left on his own. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set right.
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Nice. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to be.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run it now out of the gun. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And little room to maneuver. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And off the cross.
Big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic.
And it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw. And caught right side. Up there, and it keeps the drive alive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. Pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really competes for it and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And he takes a shot.
Caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
His throw caught at about the 5. 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. 5 yards to go for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He's back to throw. He's got time, and he just chopped. A wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
They'll drop the throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no. To him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking, try one if we're in that position again. And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball. The intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets.
Time for this one. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And to the Super Bowl champions.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan. This is the last opportunity to resign your players, or they will become free agents. Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan. Start your season with recommend. Your season starts now. All combine stats such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting. Check it out. Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft when you're ready.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
The Bills are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
He made the wise decision to stay another year in school to continue polishing his abilities as a passer, and that decision really paid off for him. He was the top-rated senior quarterback this year, and that was never more apparent than at the All-Star game. He showed the ability to take lead of an offense with only a week of practice and consistently moved the ball downfield to score on every drive he was on the field. He showed the ability to progress through multiple reads, and it's that vital trait that coaches needed to see. He's shown the ability to be a great quarterback, but let's see if he can do it in the NFL.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Titans' newest player?
Matt Miller told me to look at a certain stat in regards to this defensive back, and that's average number of targets in a game. Not surprised.
If you're weak by installing your game plan. The regular season by selecting your season goal. I'm Larry Ridley.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we're back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2017 between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. And a yard line right around the 36. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they pick. Midfield stripe. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And again, just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Well, you want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive fake punt, they got it.
That had the total feel of something that was scripted during the entire week leading up to the game. They made that decision probably on Tuesday. Going to fake it, and it pays off in a big way.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to gain 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
It's complete to Fleener. So a nice job to break the that as he's brought down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And did he have enough? He did. He it on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Now ready to go on offense for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled on the pickup. And it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play. And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And
defensive tackle. Always expected to hold down the run game, but they really want some inside pressure in the pass rush.
10 years. Still left on second down.
4 down. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook. Yards that time. It produces a new. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got
run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to just...
Got a man, it's caught inside the... There. Dangerous wide receiver, 49 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short, try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. Because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw in. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a no gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Back to throw. And this is caught. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? Effect on the game.
Up.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit. Just going to get rid of this. And now it's third. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now back to throw. And he'll just toss. Hit his first, this one from 38. And Sturgis able to knock it through. 7-6. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustment.
Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line.
Part of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Anderson's got it. And he's got the 4 that time as the drive continues. So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. The Cowboys out in front early. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's across the 4. Down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete.
Third down, they could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take.
That wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he played. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly and force an incompletion.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out trying to catch.
He did give up 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted.
Back out there now and hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. Because sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Throwing left. Gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that out.
And look out. I think he's going to go. Touchdown. Big play there. 53 yards. And the Cowboys Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point try by Bailey. And it's up. 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. A little 360. To just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Firing quickly here, and that's the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This is brought in at the 21. 12. 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 1-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they're known as the no-fly zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Looking to throw. And a hit jarred.
Sometimes that leads to drops.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. third down. He'll drop to throw. And he's able to get this one out. Here's Drew Butler now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of. The side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Cardinals defense. They head out and get set here. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now you got to be careful of double moves, different things. Momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. The 30, 10, touchdown. Are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quick.
I mean, the conservative.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Right at the 34 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And no escape. Williams in there to drop it for his second sack now here tonight. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Leonard Williams excited people in his college career because he played defensive end and defensive tackle. And most of us in evaluating him thought defense overwhelming quickness to great advantage against guards and centers to rush the passer. That's his second.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know,
Kick off your week by installing your game plan. If you're weak by installing your game plan. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back. Firing over middle, he can really see everything clearly.
Tight end right. We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
It's Roy Miller that brought him down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. he tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble. But now they face a third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on third. He's back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing this week. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. Hey, what is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovering and making big catches. Really fun to watch.
First and 15 here behind the chains. He'll look to throw. Finding time. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the... And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff. Here, partner. I think you... So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it here. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So we saw a lot of points in quarters 1, 2, 3, and 4. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime.